Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me. And if you're not here with me, thank you for watching this video either on my website or on YouTube, my YouTube channel. Thank you all for joining me. Share this out far and wide. My sense is that we can all use some TLC always. We always need a little bit of self-care. So I'm going to do things a little bit differently this week. I usually go into body talk sessions. Last week we had another practitioner come in and contribute to the session. But I need a strong anchoring point, and it's interesting that Canada is coming up as the anchoring point for the rest of the session to take place. And there's already the burp. There's already a shift. So this is a world session for everybody in the world, but we're using Canada as the. Sorry about that. I want to turn my notifications off, which I should have done before. So excuse me. And we're grounding in to the land of Canada, but then into every single person residing in Canada. So every person residing in Canada, I'm bringing in soul responsibility. Oh, that feels really strong. I'm very dizzy. So soul responsibility is being responsible in every way, being responsible for yourself, fully responsible for your thoughts, your actions, your words, your behaviors, your thinking, your life, yourself, you first. And so when there's a tendency to go outwards, I'm already taking up a lot of space. My body had to move really far back. When there's, I'm grounding. So you can do this for yourself. Put your feet square on the ground. Put your back nice and straight. So you got a nice 90-degree angle and ground through this. So we're linking into bringing soul responsibility to everyone in the world, grounding this through Canada, because there's a tipping point here where it's easy and very sinister. It's so easy to go. You can see how you do this in your own life. You blame others for your misery. You blame others, or you expect others to stop behaving in a certain way or stop doing something so you can be safe. That automatically makes you the victim and them the abuser or the tyrant. But that automatically puts you in victim position immediately. And there's no practical action that you can take in your life from victim. So I'm going to go through some sentences that are coming up. This is soul responsibility. This is another a treatment that I offer and a workshop that I teach. So you can repeat these sentences for yourself, and you can feel them reverberating down your nervous system. Your soul urges you to be fully responsible for your life. So I spilt the cup of water. There's a mess all over the place. Someone comes in and says, "What happened?" "Oh, it's not my fault. My hand moved the wrong way. The glass slipped out of my hands. Oh, poor me. I made such a mess. I'm not worthy." Whatever. All of that whiny victimness. Or the person walks in, knock the glass over, shards everywhere. You get really practical and responsible for yourself. I broke the glass. It slipped out of my hands. And then you clean up your mess. Feel that difference of the energy between those two experiences. Here we go. I take full responsibility for abusing. Defensiveness is coming in, but I'm not abusive. Notice you can bring aspects, all of those times that you abused others through your words, your actions, your non-action, and even yourself. There's a softening. I take full responsibility for abusing others. I take full responsibility for abusing myself. I take full responsibility for acting like a tyrant. I take full responsibility for tyranny. I take full responsibility for manipulation. I take full responsibility for controlling myself. I take full responsibility for blaming myself. I take full responsibility for blaming others. I take full responsibility for waiting others to act for me so I can be safe. I take full responsibility for manipulating others. I take full responsibility for manipulating my life. I take full responsibility for blaming life. I take full responsibility for it's not my fault. I take full responsibility for not wanting to take responsibility. I take full responsibility for not stepping into my life. I take full responsibility for cowardice. I take full responsibility for courage. I take full responsibility for inner strength. I take full responsibility for knowing it's within me. I take full responsibility for disrespect. I take full responsibility for respecting myself. I take full responsibility for disrespecting myself. So that's moving through the nervous system really quickly, right into the solar plexus. In the solar plexus, that solar plexus chakra is responsible. That's for responsibility, for inner strength. I don't like that, not responsibility. That solar plexus chakra is your will. It is God-given will. It is the will that you were born with. No one can take that from you. You can think that if someone's been taken it away. Dignity, integrity, no one can take that. You can usurp it yourself. You can deny it. You can abuse it for yourself, but it cannot be taken away. You think that it can be taken away. Oh, that's really powerful. That's shaking through the fascial tissue of the, of the diaphragm. We're doing massive emotional releases from the diaphragm, so much tension from the diaphragm. So sadness, grief, worry, fear, those are natural emotions. They move the body through when it's a dangerous time, and it's really a dangerous time. Fear is a natural emotion that comes up. Worry is a natural emotion. Oh, there it goes. Grief is a natural emotion. Sadness, joy, they move through the body. But then when they get pathologized, when they get attached to thinking, so paranoid thinking, a doomsday thinking, over worrying, over analyzing, even over excitedness, so that's not joy. That's an overactive, overstimulated nervous system. Moving, but all of those things, that I brought emotional factors up, shaking it out. Oh, it's shaking. The diaphragm is shaking and shaking. We're going to bring in hydration. Water is so important. It's nurturing, supportive. In this aspect, it's helping move those emotions out. So both pathological and natural emotions. I'm going to use a method called biogenics, drawing out from the fascial tissue, from the diaphragm. It's stuck. I can feel it really in my back, like someone stabbed me in the back. I take full responsibility for stabbing myself in the back. All those times you've turned on yourself through actions, words, and things you think about yourself are true. Oh, that's so hard. Stabbing myself in the back. Oh, so we're gonna do some repair there, right in the back. God, right in the mid back. It's so painful. So there's a few things coming in to do this repair in the back. We're right in So it goes through the skin, the epithelial tissue, through all of the muscles over there, right through that T12 where it meets the lumbar spine. Oh, there's so much sadness in there. I can feel like the blade going through. And so that blade in tarot, the swords, is thought. So here, all of the times that you've betrayed yourself with your own, with thinking, but not true thinking, the lazy thinking, following your thoughts, believing that they're true without investigation, without curiosity. Oh, I said that about myself. Is that really true? Well, my thoughts have nothing to do with me, but you think they do. And so you attach and then slice yourself with your sharp mind. So that's one aspect. And it's going right through the nervous system, through the cartilage, and it's almost like cracking the bones. So you're going to do a massive repair over there. We got to dump some factors from there. So there's past lives. You can close your eyes. Being stabbed in the back. So betrayal. So whether it's you be betraying yourself, betraying others, being betrayed by someone. Oh, that's a really big one. I got the shivers on that one. And then there's a sense of naivety coming in. Someone says something, believe them at face value, and then they attack it with their words or actions. So this is past lives. It's long. It's long. I can see the list. So we're going to run an active memory thread to past lives through there. And then there's an 8th chakra influence coming in through hereditary. So through your ancestry. So this is where all of the your ancestors were not being able to, to heal this trauma for themselves, and it's passed down through 8th chakra. So the same thing of betrayal, being betrayed, stabbing myself in the back, stabbing others in the back, and being stabbed in the back. Kind of, we're going to shake that out of the epigenetic coding within the spinal cord. Oh my God. Oh, there's such relief. Oh my God, I'm just finally. So this is bringing in heart strength. Look how I just folded. Oh, that when adversity comes in, because there is adversity in life, it'd be so great. I don't know if it would be great. I'll be bubble wrapped and nothing happens and you have a wonderful life and nothing ever goes wrong. In the end, you die anyway. God, I know that sounds so depressing, but there's always some kind of tragedy that comes in through life, whether through loss of one kind or another. So we're gonna. I lost where I was going. It's just I'm watching the 8th chakra unwind itself from the spinal cord. Ah, yes, and that defensiveness, right? Like, oh, better watch my back, watch my back, watch my back. Well, here comes my cat. Comes in and is being transmuted and synthesized and released so that what's linking into that strong heart, that brave heart, right? So as Jordan Peterson says from his book, 12 Rules, 12 Rules to an Antidote to Chaos or something like that, or 12 Rules to Life. He says, stand tall with your shoulders back. So your heart center is nice and open. That back is nice and tall and straight, and you're standing within yourself to face your life, whatever challenges it brings. So we're linking in that spinal repair. So I'm not saying everything that's happening. So the nervous system is unwinding. There's hydration, there's cellular repair, there's epigenetic code repair to the 8th chakra of that. All I was talking about stabbing in the back at the same time, the active memory threads being released and neutralized, and then doing an actual spinal repair to the osteoblast, the osteoclast, the whole the membranes of the bone, so that periosteum that's on the cellular level. We're doing a hydration, repairing hydration and bones. There's massive repair happening. I just see it like a super helix, that double helix, that DNA running in and just doing all of the work. We're going to also do a cleansing of the nerve pathways so that when you do drink water, that when water is absorbed, that the hydration is moving. Ah, there you go. Oh, there you go. That it's trickling through the nervous system and that your nervous system is hydrated and it's able to respond from discernment. But then it's also, so that's being linked to heart openness, but not heart openness, that wishy-washy, I need to accept everything. That's not what I'm speaking. Having a brave heart, that soul responsibility, your soul having a brave heart. I am fully responsible in my life. Things may go wrong. But I am able to take practical action for myself. I'm fully responsible for myself. I have the ability to respond. We're going to dump some fear. We're going to dump fear. Sadness is coming up as like a depression. And grief, this hopelessness. I'm trying to just fold into the fetal position from the heart center. It's like, I'm not a brave heart. I can't face my life. I can't face myself. I can't face. It's not true. Those are all thoughts. It's everything you think about yourself. It's what you think. You have to tune in. Tune in. I do that. Tune in, and everyone can feel everyone just melting. You do that for us. Tune in. Oh yeah, I have the ability to respond. I have the ability to respond. I have the ability to respond to my life. The ability to respond to my environment. My experiences are real. I don't need to justify my experiences. What I experience is what I experience. I don't need to say if it's right or wrong. I have my own. I have my own experience. And there's this huge dismissal of people's experience, right? Everyone's defending their experience. No, I experienced this, so that must be right. And it just creates this huge clash. Okay, and in comes some compassion, some gentleness, a softening. But we're right in the heart, right in that beautiful heart center. We're going to drain depression from the heart. Help that heart repair oxytocin, that it can make oxytocin and the happy hormones and joy, that even in hardship, that can be joyful. There is joy. And linking that into the gut brain for discernment. Not overanalyzing, not speculating, not philosophical thinking, really discerning for yourself. And then we're going to link that discernment, that natural consciousness of the small intestines, which is discernment, those gut reactions, link it to the heart, linking it to the brain. So they're working together. Oh. And then we're sending this session out to the world. And this is under the umbrella, all of this session is under the umbrella of a house. I got to see which house it's under. So what planetary aspects are coming in, influencing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8th house. So the 8th house, I mean, is so significant. We're using Canada as the anchoring point for the session. And then it's anchoring the session out into the world. It's really big in the 8th house. And so this whole session is under the umbrella of the 8th house, which is death and birth. other people's money, regeneration, and interrelationships. Oof. There we go. And its organ is the kidney. And the kidney is willpower. So we're going to strengthen that willpower through the kidneys. I stood right up and started bending these weak-willed victimy kidneys that standing firmly up, not firmly in the sense that rigid, having flexibility. I have the ability to respond. I stand in my life. My only responsibility is myself. Putting yourself in that driver's seat of your life. So the airplane's going down. What you do? You put the air mask on yourself first, then you can help other people. There's the relief. There, watching everything synthesize. And this session is going to be an interactive recursive. So that means it's going to run every evening. I'm going to set it to liver time. So that's 1 to 3 a.m. when you're in a deep sleep. This session is going to run for the next 72 hours. So just think of it as like a computer. So the session's going to run, and then when it does its repairs, the next night it's going to run on top of those repairs, and so on for the next 72 hours. Please be gentle with yourself. Please be gentle. See you all next week.